Do you want to know how much time you really have left once you pass 70? Your body is already sending you quiet, almost invisible messages, clues about whether you'll keep living independently or if you'll find yourself in a nursing home sooner than you expect. Today, I'll share the story of two old friends, Joe and Frank, both 74 when this story began. One still drives across the country, plays guitar, and dances every weekend. The other? Well, he moved into a nursing home last year, and he says it's the biggest regret of his life. The difference between them wasn't luck. It was 7 specific choices they made or didn't make. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what they are. Pick the one that hits you the most and write the number in the comments. I want to see which of these truths wakes people up the most. Joe and Frank. Same age, different paths. Joe and Frank grew up in the same small town. They fished at the same lake, went to the same school, and even married their sweethearts around the same time. But by 74, their lives couldn't look more different. Joe still lives in the house he built with his own hands. Frank lives in a small beige room in a nursing home with 2 other men. The crazy part is at 60, they were in almost the same shape. Slightly overweight, a bit stiff in the knees, and both had occasional high blood pressure. So what happened? Frank ignored small warning signs. Joe noticed them and acted. Hard truth number 1. You can't outsmart muscle loss. When Joe turned 65, he read an article about sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss. He learned that after 50, you can lose up to 1% of your muscle mass every year, unless you actively work to keep it. Frank thought that's just part of getting old. Joe thought, I can slow it down. Joe started light resistance exercises, nothing extreme. A few push-ups against the wall, lifting grocery bags slowly, using small dumbbells twice a week. Frank kept telling himself he was saving energy by avoiding exertion. By 74, Joe could still carry his groceries and climb stairs without gasping. Frank needed a walker. And here's the thing, mobility is freedom. Lose it, and your independence disappears. Tip: start today. Even 10 minutes of strength exercises 2 or 3 times a week makes a huge difference over the years. Hard truth number 2, the silent killer isn't what you think. Frank always worried about heart attacks, but what really got him wasn't his heart, it was his balance. At 71, he slipped on a wet kitchen floor and broke his hip. Recovery was slow. Every fall after that chipped away at his confidence until he stopped going outside. Joe, on the other hand, had made balance training part of his routine. He practiced standing on one leg while brushing his teeth, took slow walks on uneven ground, and did simple Tai Chi movements. The research is clear. Falls are one of the top reasons older adults lose their independence, and many never fully recover. Tip: balance is a skill you can improve at any age. Start now. Hard truth number 3. Social isolation ages you twice as fast. Frank's kids lived far away. He rarely saw his neighbors, and as his mobility shrank, so did his social life. Joe? Every Tuesday, he met friends at the park for coffee. They laughed, argued about baseball, shared old memories, and told the same jokes for the 100th time. Loneliness is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, according to studies. It raises your risk of dementia, heart disease, and even early death. Frank's days in the nursing home are quiet, too quiet. Joe's calendar is full. Tip: guard your social life like your health. It's part of it. Join a club, volunteer, call old friends. It matters more than you think. Engagement cue. If you agree with this one, type 3 in the comments right now. I want to see which of these truths wakes people up the most. Hard truth number 4. Food can be medicine or poison. Frank thought healthy eating meant avoiding fast food, but he still ate white bread, sugary snacks, and processed meats almost every day. Joe shifted slowly. He added more colorful vegetables, swapped soda for water, and made olive oil and nuts his main fats. He didn't follow a trendy diet, he just focused on whole, real food. The result? Joe's blood sugar stayed stable, his waistline didn't creep up, and he had more energy. Frank developed type 2 diabetes at 72. That meant more medication, more doctor's visits, and more restrictions. Tip: every bite you take either feeds disease or fights it. Choose foods that help your body heal. Hard truth number 5. Your brain needs a workout too. By 70, Joe had read dozens of books, learned to play the harmonica, and tried to pick up Spanish. He wasn't trying to be a genius, he was keeping his brain busy. Frank spent more time in front of the TV. His days blurred together. We now know the brain thrives on novelty and challenge. Learning new skills, solving puzzles, or even changing your routine can strengthen neural connections. Tip: commit to learning something new every year, whether it's a language, a musical instrument, or just a new recipe. Hard truth number 6. Stress can age you overnight. Frank had a short fuse. He worried about money, politics, and every ache in his body. His stress hormones were in overdrive, affecting his sleep, blood pressure, and mood. Long-term stress accelerates aging, damages your heart, and weakens your immune system. Tip: protect your peace. Make time for activities that relax you, whether it's gardening, prayer, or a warm bath. Hard truth number 7. Preventative care isn't optional. Joe never skipped his annual checkups. He caught small problems early: a vitamin D deficiency, borderline cholesterol, a mole that needed to be removed. Frank avoided doctors unless something was really wrong. By the time he noticed symptoms, problems were harder to treat. Preventative care, vaccinations, screenings, and regular lab tests can add years to your healthy life. Tip: don't wait for pain to see your doctor. Small fixes now prevent big problems later. The day everything changed. Frank remembers it clearly. The fall, the ambulance ride, the hospital smell. He was discharged to a rehab center, then told it was safer to stay in assisted living. At first, he thought it was temporary, but his strength never came back. His friends stopped visiting as often. His world got smaller. Joe still visits him every few weeks. They laugh, they reminisce, but Joe leaves feeling both grateful and sad. "I miss my old life," he once said, looking out the window. "I thought I had more time." Your life after 70 is written by the choices you make now. This isn't about shaming Frank or scaring you. It's about realizing that every day counts. You can choose muscle over weakness, connection over loneliness, curiosity over decline. The good news is, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 50, 60, 70, or beyond, small daily actions can change your future. Now it's your turn. Which of these 7 truths hit you the most? Pick a number, 1 through 7, and type it in the comments. Let's see which one wakes people up the most. And if you want more real-life stories and research-backed tips for healthy aging, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Your future self will thank you. Remember, aging is inevitable, but decay is optional. Make the choice that lets you live, and live well right until the end.